Good morning. I'm getting a tattoo today. It is I, Alex.Slaney. Yeah, you heard it right. I'm getting a tattoo today. My dad and I are driving to the US. I'm gonna get my tattoo done by someone that we know in the US. Can you see how cool my wall is? So that picture is a picture of when my grandfather opened up for the Beatles, and it's a picture of him and his band and the Beatles, and then the Beatles poster. Pink Floyd, Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction, Buddha poster, Pulp Fiction, another Pink Floyd, Queen, Dirty Dancing, Woodstock, an old style picture of a couple making out in the subway, a Love poster, and underneath Pulp Fiction there's another Dirty Dancing thing. I just washed my face. I have a mirror here, so if I'm looking down, that's why. The first thing I'm going to use is this one-step corrector from Stila. So it's crazy to me that I'm even like filming this right now, because I wanted the tattoo that I'm getting today for like 4 years, 3 years. We haven't quite decided on a proper design yet. I know around what I want. Now I'm just using this Nudes Maybelline palette for my eyebrows. It's just so weird. Like over the past like week, I've just thought about the fact that I'm getting a tattoo today, and like it's weird because when you want a tattoo, it's just like, oh cool, okay cool, I want a tattoo, but you don't really like fully think about like everything that goes into having a tattoo. And like once it's actually happening, you're like, oh crap, like I need to think about all of this stuff, and then it's kind of surreal. I'm going to do like a little time-lapse thing. Dressed. This is my outfit. I'm wearing these mom jeans that I thrifted, my Pulp Fiction shirt. I also ate breakfast. I had my medication that I need to take for my epilepsy. It is currently 9:03 in the morning. We are leaving shortly, and I just wanted to update you guys. The next time you see me, we'll probably be in the car. We just passed the border and now we are in Vermont, and we're going to Burlington, which I don't know how far is Burlington from Vermont.
40 minutes.
40 minutes, So the first thing that she did before she actually started the tattoo was shaving my arm, and then we put lotion and put the actual stencil of the tattoo on my arm and placed it on where we wanted it to be on my arm. And then we just kind of checked it and saw if we actually liked it. So that's kind of the process of before the tattoo. Hello people, I just wanted to say that I did get the full tattoo being done, but for some reason I can't load it into my computer. Probably because it's 30 minutes long. The next clip is a small little clip that my dad put together in iMovie on his phone. That's why the kind of borders are kind of messed up. But here's a little clip of me getting the tattoo.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Hello, I am back home now. I just got back from getting my tattoo done, my first tattoo. I kind of just wanted to explain to you guys like how the process was, the pain, what the tattoo means. I'm so obsessed with it. Tattoo was in the United States. If you guys don't know, I live in Canada, and it was about a 2-hour drive, a little less than 2 hours to get to the parlor where I was at. And I will leave all the information for the girl that did my tattoo in the description. She's super great. If you ever go to the US near Vermont, Burlington, definitely try to hit her up if you want a tattoo. And she's super nice girl, and we had gone a little bit back and forth about tattoo ideas and what I was looking for. And then I got there, and I knew that I kind of wanted it to be not too tribally, but not too like big and too much. Up with this, it is very simple, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but like there's a little heart right there. Put a heart because initially we had like a little diamond thing. I was like, you know what, no, like I think a heart would look good in that area. So I put a little heart, or we put a little heart. I want it placed here just because I've wanted it placed here for like the longest time. Like this, from the moment I knew that I wanted a phoenix tattoo from my first tattoo, I knew that I wanted it to be on my forearm, so that is why I got it on my forearm. Once we finished the design, we figured out placement on my forearm, and then we figured out the size, and then she kind of cleaned my arm off and then shaved off the hair in this section of my arm, put some more cream on, and then she started like fixing everything up, the ink and the needles and everything. I sat down on the table. She started tattooing, and honestly I was kind of nervous because there's always that kind of nervousness of the unknown feeling of getting a tattoo. And I have a high pain tolerance, so this could be really different for anyone else. Like the tattoo that I got, some people in this area, it could really hurt them. But honestly, if I'm being completely honest, overall, I wouldn't even give it like a 3 on the pain scale level. Like it really wasn't that bad. Of course, there are some areas that were worse than others, but it was tolerable, and it wasn't anything really horrible. And of course, as I keep getting tattoos, depending on what area I get them in, obviously some of them might hurt more than others, but this specific one, it really didn't hurt. 3 on a scale of 1 to 10 at max. It really wasn't that bad. But again, if you've watched my piercing video for my nose pierce, like the original one, I gave my nose piercing like a 4 or 5, and some people would give a nose piercing like a 6 or a 7 depending on how high their pain tolerance is. But honestly, not that bad. This is a pretty good choice of where to get your first tattoo if you want to get your first tattoo here. And obviously I'm not saying that it doesn't hurt, because it did hurt at some points, but it wasn't really bad. And I wouldn't even say hurt, honestly. It was more just uncomfortable. Like it's a weird sensation. That's all I'd say. And like I always wondered why people couldn't explain how a tattoo feels, but now that I've had it and now that I understand what it feels like, it actually is really hard to explain what a tattoo feels like. So yeah. Now I guess moving on to like the meaning behind the tattoo. I don't know if I've really explained this at all, but on my dad's side, my grandfather was very influential in the music industry for a couple years. He was in a band called the Four Frenchmen that actually opened up for the Beatles at the Montreal Forum, the only time that the Beatles came to Montreal, and it was a huge big deal. He met the Beatles, and he was very in tune with music. Unfortunately, I never met him. A couple years ago, I want to say, when I was in grade 7 or grade 8, my dad came upstairs with a box full of stuff that was my grandfather's, or that my grandfather had made, and he came upstairs, and in the box was this ring. This is actually a phoenix. My grandfather actually made this ring, and from that moment on, I started wearing this. And that was really at first the only reason why I wanted to wear this, because I just wanted something to have of him. Later on, throughout like the same year that I got the ring, or that I started wearing the ring, I started having a very difficult time period in my life, and it continued throughout a couple of years. And At one point throughout that year, I looked up the meaning behind a phoenix because I didn't really know what it was about, and I read on it, and basically the phoenix dies, reborn, and rises from the ashes, bigger, stronger, and better than he was before he died. So for me, that represents a lot because I have been through a lot of stuff, and it's only made me stronger. Like in high school, I was bullied a lot and had a really hard time till my last year of high school, and then everything to do with my disability and still being like trying my best to be positive about everything, and as well as now the epilepsy diagnosis and everything like that. It's just been a series of events that have kind of hurt me in a way, but also has made me the person I am today. So it means a lot, and I'm super happy with it, and I like how simple it is because like I like the look of simple kind of tattoos, and it's so pretty and it's so nice, and I can't wait to get more. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are beautiful, smart, and awesome, and don't let anyone ever take that away from you because that is you and that is who you are. I'll see all of you beautiful people in my next video. Bye!
1, 2, 3.